হাই ফ্রেন্ডস, সাবস্ক্রাইব টু অরিজিৎ অফিসিয়াল ইউটিউব চ্যানেল। শেয়ার করুন, লাইক করুন, কমেন্টস করুন, আর অতি অবশ্যই বেল আইকনটা ক্লিক করে দেবেন সব কিছুর নোটিফিকেশান পাওয়ার জন্য। সঙ্গে থাকুন, পাশে থাকুন, দেখতে থাকুন অরিজিৎ অফিসিয়াল ইউটিউব চ্যানেল।
Let's talk about a brave woman who was diagnosed with cancer, causing all her creative dreams to come to a sudden halt. Life took a 360-degree turn as she underwent surgery and radiation therapy. She lost her thyroid gland, her lustrous hair, her skin tone, and her metabolism. This is the story of Saroni Roy, an Indian-origin Australian actor.
Hi, this is Saroni, and I'm based in Sydney. I'm an actor, model, and social entrepreneur. I also have a charity organization of my own, a not-for-profit, Saroni Roy Foundation, which is a peace NGO that works on diversity, sustainability, and social justice projects to create a more inclusive, more peaceful one world to live and love. And before that, in my past life, overseas, I was a journalist and a PR professional. Yeah, I've done quite a bit of things. So I've also been a ESL teacher, like English as a second language. I used to teach in language centers in Sydney, and I quite enjoyed it. But I think life or God had a different plan for me. I was born in Jamshedpur, a steel city in India, in Jharkhand. And I have an older brother. My parents, my dad worked with Tata Steel almost all his life. And a very, very closely bonded family of 4 people. And I recently shot a wonderful feature film, all-female cast, and it's an Italian-Australian production. And I do a lot of modeling projects as well, commercials, and then I do my own couture shows, like produce my own couture shows to support BIPOC artisans, Black, Indigenous, people of color, and also to support and perpetuate body diversity and body positivity, body confidence. Basically, it comes from, I think, where what I've been through in my life. So I was diagnosed in 2013 with thyroid cancer, and it was quite a shock for me, of course. But the thing was that, I didn't even know about it. Because I was such a workaholic. I was a PR professional, and I was working Burson Master at that point in time in Bangalore, and I was such a workaholic. I actually didn't have the time to even look at myself. So one day, it was actually New Year's Eve, and I was getting ready to go out for dinner, and I saw this swelling, like a lump here on my neck. and I used to have a bit of fever and cold and all that, but I thought that maybe it's a whole change from Mumbai to Bangalore, the weather change and the climate change and all of that. So I thought maybe it's the cold, and then I got it checked with an ENT surgeon, and they said it's a tumor, but then we have to check it if it's a benign tumor or a malignant one. And when we did all the tests, it was a benign one. So the surgeon actually recommended and suggested that we need to remove it, definitely, because tumors can change at any point in time. So it could become, right now it's benign, but it could become malignant at any point in time, and it could spread in the whole body. So we need to remove it, but you still have a bit of time. So that's kind of the diagnosis and all that. And then when I was taken into the operation theater, the OT, and only when I got out of surgery and when I gained consciousness in that hospital ward, I remember that the doctor came to me and said that it was thyroid cancer. It was malignant. All the tumors, there were multiple cysts, there were multiple tumors, and they were spreading, and they had all turned malignant. From that time onwards, when my thyroid gland was removed completely, and the doctor, of course, said you're very young, so you can recover very soon, and you'll live a normal life. But I would say a few of the things which started with that whole process, that change in me, was my mouth started feeling very dry. There's a whole span of time when you're not on medication and the therapy has not begun. So fortunately, I would say I did not have to go for chemotherapy, but I had to go for a radioiodine treatment, which is, let's say, a cousin brother of chemotherapy, slightly, because it was first stage cancer. So fortunately, I didn't have to go through chemo, but the treatment is nuclear treatment is harsh enough. I would say my partner was with me throughout, at every step. He took very good care of me. Unfortunately, apart from him, there were no friends or family or anybody who visited me or was next to me. My parents actually didn't know about it till later. After my surgery, we did not inform them. So when they got to know, they came and stayed with me for a couple of months to support me. For the first time, I was getting some me time, some time to reflect. Because, we tend to kind of get into that rat race and that groove and that whole workaholic mode. And obviously, because, we have to pay bills. We have to pay our expenses. So what can we do, right? So we're all the time working and we don't have the time for ourselves. And we don't even ask those questions to ourselves that what makes me happy? Or we're constantly conforming to the society and we're busy making other people happy, our family happy, and, what the society thinks of us, and kind of portraying a certain image and conforming and saying yes to, even if we don't want to do something. So that was the first time I actually had a bit of time to myself. There would be many bigger and more challenges than cancer. Like, I used to think, that cancer is probably the worst thing that happened to me, or the biggest challenge that happened to me. But unfortunately, that's not the case. There are other worst things that happen to people, that happen to me as well. And the grief and the loss is so hard to process. But just if I would say, if we stick to just the health part of it, I would say find your healing mechanism. Find your do everything that makes you feel better. It may not be good or better for everyone around you, but if you think it's going to make you feel better, it could be anything, and people would judge you. You don't have to tell everyone, but then do it. I'm such an action-oriented person most of the time that I'm doing so much that I hardly get the time to kind of sit and reflect or think about what I should be doing or future or anything. But I think I see myself living in the present even more, and sort of. I think I don't really think too much about future. I live to the maximum at present. And I might just think that, okay, what am I doing tomorrow or maybe next week or next month? I have a few deadlines to meet and things like that. But then apart from that, I don't really plan anything, because I know for a fact that the universe has a bigger and a better plan for you. It's something that you've never thought of, never dreamt of, might just come your way. So I want to be open to that and not restrict myself in thinking that, I just want the Oscars, or I just want this, or I want that. So a lot more can happen, which I've never probably imagined. Take care of yourself, and write your affirmations every day if possible. Whatever your dreams are and whatever your desires are, whatever you want, it will come true. It will happen. So make sure you are confident about them, and make sure you are clear about your vision and goals and aims. And when you're thinking about yourself, don't restrict yourself at all. I would say just sort of that would be my message, that you must make some changes in yourself that make yourself happy, and you must do something to make whatever little way to make a change in other people's lives. I think that's what you leave as a legacy. Okay, these are dreams, and I dream big. So I would say one would be to win the Oscars, BAFTA, and ACTA, and Emmy if possible for Best Actress. And then second would be to travel the world. Third would be to make a real policy change in Australia or worldwide, or something that kind of makes it slightly easier or better for some more people, with whatever I've been through. And I don't know, it could be women's security, it could be anything, but yes, at least one thing that would be my legacy to the world.